was a child, we wasn't very rich. We was working people, like in Poland, you know. When I was 16 years old, I finished school, public school. You can go in high school, you have to be very rich. And I was looking for a job right away to help my parents. You know, I was working as a sales girl in a clothing shop. And I was even working the time, you know, Saturday, you know, is like a Shabbos, you know, but Jewish people don't work. Just, they want me in special stores because I was speaking different languages. And that's I was speaking German. So I was working in Katowice, this is to Europe, as a sales girl with the German people selling clothes and everything. And this was a daily working people, a very nice family, quiet, belonging to the synagogues. You know, I went in the Hebrew school and working, my sisters too.
Can you describe your parents? What were they like?
My parents, my father was working very hard. You don't have cars over there, you can afford a car. He was a salesman working in the little countries, selling, exchanging, you know, and this was. And later on, we was supporting, we children support later, helping my parents.
What's your mom like?
Mom was a wonderful woman. She wanted the children get educated, and my father, wonderful parents. I'm never gonna forget it. We was a very close family, very close. Till Hitler came in, 1939.
And how would you describe yourself as a young person?
A young person devoted to my parents, very devoted. When I was working, I got a tip from a customer. Across the street was a candy store. When I got the tip, I don't went for a candy. I came home with the 50 cents and put in the kitchen closet. I said, maybe my mother need more than I need to buy for the children. Or when I went to a movie with a date, he bought like a little box chocolate. I make this, I eat. And the rest I hide, the see don't see I was ashamed. When I come home from the movie, I sit down by the bed by my mother and father, and I told them about the movie what was, and I took out the chocolate and gave them. I hide this, my friend don't see, you know, because I was thinking, oh, that's been nice when they got a piece of candy. So, before Hitler came in,
yeah, what are some of the happier memories?
The same thing, you know, like teenagers. You know, going someplace. My mother liked this, the children know when they go into a party, to a wedding, they know how to dance. And she don't want to, you know, just to go to a dance someplace, to Paris, when she don't know who the people are.
About the difference between the Jewish people and the local Polish people.
Polish, we was getting along with the neighbors very good. Very good. Very good. Christmas Day, you know, sometimes they invite us for Christmas to see the trees. You know, when I was a child, I was a little bit jealous. Why they have a Christmas tree and we don't have? So my mother say, you're going to have a Hanukkah bush. She say, Hanukkah, the candles and the cards and all the things, you know. She explained, you know, you're Jewish, the Gentile, and they was the best friends. We was even the time with Syrians people, you know, what sometimes what we hear in Israel, what was very good friends. So was not prejudice, you know, was not prejudice. We was very close with everybody. My best friends sometimes, you know, I got Jewish friends and I got Gentile friends.
Yeah, most of the Polish survivors I've met say that the Poles are very, very nasty people and they hate them.
This was,
unusual.
I'm going to tell you, there was very, sometimes, like I told you, different people. The same thing is by Jewish people. Sometimes you see the nasty too. They was very good just in the last minute when Hitler came. They want to be in Hitler's side. You see, because the time they got scared, you know, with Jewish people, because when
the bigger picture at the time.
they was talking that something is cooking, you know, with Hitler, that the German, you know, there's going to be a war, just we never know. I was in Poland, I was walking on the main street the same day when Hitler came in. I don't know. He came in right away with the horses and with the sticks and the horses, the SS, and wherever they saw, you know, the shooting, killing. What I'm doing. And I said, they're catching people outside. I said, please, let me stay here and say that I'm living here with you. Because my mother and father, they're probably scared. They don't know what I am. In the meantime, I'm hiding. And these people, he was catching people. And later on came a truck and they put the people from outside, what he catch, to in, like the dogs, what they catch. And you see, so I was upstairs by the woman. And like this, I got saved that they don't took me but the first time. Later on, like you say, the Polish people, you know, say, here lives a Jew.
How
you
long
know,
did you
get
hide with that woman?
with that woman too, it got quiet the day. Later on, I say, my mother gonna worry. I say, I have to tell her who I am. She said, now it's quiet. Was not far to go where I was hiding to where we got our apartment. And like this, I ran, you know, and I came home.
People who didn't already know you, could they know you were Jewish by any particular...
You know, when you look, you can right away say, I'm Jewish. You know, you can see a gentle, different look. And you can see when I look on her, I can see she is Jewish. When I look a little bit on you, I don't know if you're 100% Jewish. No,
You can't tell.
you see, it's a different.
They kind of look Chinese. I know.
You know, blonde ones, you know, they look more like not Jewish, you know. I got black hair. I was looking
So
Jewish
when
girl.
the Germans came in hunting everybody, or specifically the Jewish people in the streets?
Who did?
When the Germans came in and
They
were
came
arresting
in,
people.
whatever was moving, he kept shooting. Shooting, a dog, a cat, a human being, he was shooting. Or he catch him like they catch the dogs on the street, they catch the people. And like this start, they unite, you know, to work, they catch him, you're not sure. They start taking away the business from the Jewish people. And every store was Jude, a Jew, engraved. You see probably now too on television, Jude. And we have to have the patch, like a yellow star, Jude, in the front and in the back. When you walk, they know this is a Jew. They took away the business from the people. A Jew can have any more the business. And they came collect gold. They say, if you come and we're going to look in the apartments, and somebody going to find a ring or something, put you to death. Everything what you have, we're going to collect. So they took the gold, the silverware, everything away. And this was a night. Every night, my mother have to hide me for to throw the trash in the night, you know. And I was a young girl, I got scared. Rotten roaches was going, mice, you know, I got scared over there with the trashes. Just she said to be safe in the night, because they open the door and they don't knock. They open, they kick the door and they take you out. So like this, she said, you're going to be hide, and in the morning, we're going to tell you when to come. They was looking for the young people who wanted this to work. Clean up the streets, you know, and everything. And later on, they took you away, some kind of place that you can work, you know. When you can work or you got sick, right away they don't need the people, you know. Got rid of you. Or they shoot you, or they put you in the gas chamber. Every time when I was working for them, you know, I never know I'm gonna live next day or next hour.
During those earlier days, did the authorities have any official message to the population, whether the Germans or the Polish local
No, they
government?
couldn't say nothing. They couldn't say nothing because they was the bosses, you see. Nothing. And then one night I was in bed and they opened the door, they knock on the door, they opened the door with the guns, you know, kicked. And I was sleeping, my mother, my father, and I was sleeping in our bed, and they came in and they put the hand on me. They picked me up from the bed to get up. In German, you know, get up. You're going to go with us. My mother started to cry. She said, please don't take my child, take me. Just they don't need older people, they need young people to work. So they hold the gun in her head and they say, when you say one word more, we're going to shoot you. I start to cry and I beg my mother. I say, please. I say, other than my age, they are already in concentration camp. I say, please, Mom, I'm young. I say, don't worry. I get in touch with you. Please don't say nothing. I got scared they're going to shoot her. So they took me out. The date, you mean the year?
The year, the season.
I think this season, I think it was not winter time. Was not winter time. Maybe between summer.
Some date.
1941, they took me out. But 1940, 1941, something between that. I never saw my mother again, my father again. We don't know what. They don't want to tell us what. And from over there, they took us to Auschwitz. One more Auschwitz. Like this light you see, as I saw the crematorium with the smoke with the people. They have to go day and night with people. When they don't got from the camps, from the working people, they went in the cities and they brought them in, with the children, with everybody. And we was working. You couldn't get ladders. You couldn't ride ladders. You see, it was isolated. You see, no life. Going to work, coming. And when you can work, you better don't say you can work, because right away they send you away to death. They don't need people. What he can work.
Who was in contact with people outside the
No.
factory?
You don't got contact. You went to work with the soldiers. You know, you walk and right away they go with you with the guns, you know, on the side. Like you see on the picture inside my bedroom, you know. They take you, you walk like this. And you don't know the next day, you know. So they know what to send you. Sometimes I was so sick, and I don't want to say I'm sick. Because sometimes they put you in a line, and they need more people, and they was looking on you, they put you right, left, you know, and take you away. Just from over there, when we went, I know right away that we coming to Auschwitz. You know, from over there, they liquidate this things, and they took us to Auschwitz.
How to go there?
To Auschwitz, they took us by train, that train.
What was that look like?
We don't know. On the train, they locked up everything. You couldn't breathe. You couldn't know where you're going. We're going. I was holding my little bag. I don't know where I'm going. Came in Auschwitz. I never heard Auschwitz. I think in Polish they called us Auschwitz. German was Auschwitz. And they put us in a line. They tell us to take off our clothes, naked. And they stick the needle, the numbers on you. You have to stay in a line, stick the numbers. Later came other men, what they give men from concentration camp too. You know, like to the skin. Take off all the hair. I could stay with my sister and I couldn't recognize her. You know, the hair, they took all the gold off. They look in your mouth, or you got a gold tooth. And was already as people standing around and look on you, or you look good or not. When not, they put you on one side. They say, for that. And the other say, maybe she can still work, you know. So every time you go back from work, from the ammunition, every day, they put you all, they say you're going to take a shower. Wasn't a shower, it was a selection to death or to life. And when they take you to work every day, he was going, but every little thing was another SS with a gun, a soldier, you know. Not to run, not to go away, not to talk, just you have to walk straight. And one time I go back from hard work, and they put us in and they say a shower. It wasn't a shower, it was a selection to death. And they called me, and I went in the middle, like a model. And SS, German soldiers, was sitting around a circle. And a secretary with a book and writing down the numbers. They don't write down the names, they don't know names, but the numbers. And they say it was my time to go. And they look, and they tell me to turn here, to turn there, and to turn again. And they look, and one say I got here, swollen foot. And he put my number down for that. Put me on the left side where the dead people supposed to go. So I went back on my place from where I come, but the next one came. And behind me was a woman. I don't know who was there, so an angel or my mother. She said, "You're so young. I don't mind, they take me here, because you know when you stay in the side, we go into that. Why don't you go back and try again? Tell them you're so young. You're going to work hard for them. Maybe they have a little sorry for you." And I was thinking, I have nothing to lose. It's better than he kick me and kill me while I'm standing. I have nothing to, I'm not going to that. So I went back. Good as I was speaking German, Polish, little Russia, you know. And I went and he said in German, "Du warst hier." You know, this I was already here. You know how they're screaming but talking. And I say, "Yes, I was here." He said, "What I do again?" And I say, "Please." I say, "Let me live. I'm just 18 years old. I'm going to work hard for you. I'm the best worker." I say, by the table. You can ask my foreman, I say. "I'm a good worker. You always have me in your hand. Let me live. I want to work hard for you." One SS was looking on the other, you know, and he made with the head to his secretary to straighten out my number. And right away he said from left to go on right. You see, like this, and this went around a few times a week to stay. How many times I grab a piece of red paper and I make wet and I put on the chink so I have the color, got the color. I almost faint by staying in the line. I take a little icicle from, was winter time, from the roof, put in my mouth to lick. Everybody got typhoid. When the other countries came, like French, and he was, you know, going, this guy was throwing bombs and everything. He told the German people when they was working, they stick on for the back door when something, the airplane gonna throw, to go out, because we was all around with ammunition. The Jews can go out. You have to stay by your table, and he has full ammunition, and a bomb you right away explode. They could go out, not the Jew. And the Russian liberators. And I want to go back to Poland, to my city, and see if I can find somebody. So Jews couldn't ride on the train, couldn't get out. Eventually, we got out, and I came to Poland, back.
Could you first maybe talk about who was over, or at least the camp was being...
We are liquidated. The only thing was that I hope I find something from the family. I say, I hope I can find something for my family. And I say, God, what? So I went back. I don't know, Jews couldn't write. Just later on, we say we want to go to Poland. I went to Poland back. I went to the Jewish Community Council. They organize a place, for the people after the war. And I put my name, that I'm alive, that whoever say, and look for me. I don't got what to say. My name. And here was a name, my brother-in-law. What I got a sister in New Jersey. He don't find his wife. He was married, he don't find his wife. So he told me whatever he got 50 cents, I'll buy you a bread and that, and I get in touch. He say, I'm gonna put to the Polish radio, your name, registered as for German Jews. And we want to go back to Germany. And he puts my sisters over there, his wife, what is alone, what she lives. This is the last straw over there. Hunger, hunger, hunger. I went in Auschwitz to the garbage can by the kitchen. And I say, maybe I find pills from the potatoes. And I got over there a woman, what I know, she can even talk, she can eat, she can walk. She took her socks off, she says, winter time. She give me, she say, you're a little bit stronger than I am, put the socks on you because, I'm dying every minute. Say, she's so hungry, I don't know what to do and I'm hungry. I went to the garbage can, I say, maybe I find a pill from the potato. Came a couple, a Gestapo, on a horse with an iron stick. And she jumped down from the horse and she catch me by the hand, what I'm doing here. She started to beat me. I have scarves here still. Garbage. The piece of potatoes. I find few pieces that time after hitting me. She said, what I'm doing? I say, a woman over there, I say, she don't eat for so many days. I say, maybe I find something here. I want to give her mouth. She started to beat me and everything. She took my number down on the list. And for 1 week, they took away my sliced bread, what I get every day, like Merida bread, 1 slice is for the whole day. They took this away from me. I probably weigh 75 pounds. My chest here, everything was like a piano, the bones. Sometimes you see probably on the pictures on television, like skeleton, how the people look. I have to take time. They took away this piece of bread. Good that somebody, I don't know, was sharing a little bit for me. And she say her sister works in the kitchen. She say she gonna hide maybe in the night and bring something to eat. Like this I survive. I was nibbling on this piece of bread like somebody nibbled a little candy. I don't want to swallow in one time this piece of bread. To feel this, I have this little piece of bread in my mouth. I live from icicles. Sometimes I put a piece of grass in my mouth. You see, well, was a hard time.
Is there any kind of Jewish activity going on in the camp?
Here?
In the camp.
In the camp, Jewish activity? What camp? Concentration camp? You don't even say you are Jew. Activities. The men was separated, and another things. The woman and another thing.
Was Was that barrack entirely Jewish?
Barracks.
Prisoners? I'm wondering if the barrack that you were in, or the group you
The
were
barracks was barracks, you know, was barracks, and you lay down on the barrack, 1, 2, 3, 1 bunk beds, one on the other. There's no pillow, no mattresses, you know. And I tell you, it's a hell. Lots of times I want to die. I say, God, make me, when I go, I say, lay down, not to get up. I just was scared for the smoke. That's they burn me alive. That's what I got scared. And after the war, when I came home, I don't want to live either. No food, no clothes, no place where to stay. I couldn't find nobody. So I said, for what I'm living, what kind of life is that, what I'm living? I don't want to live either. Just, you have the courage, you know, to take poison and kill yourself. And I was always thinking, I went so far, maybe tomorrow, maybe I'll find somebody.
No,
after the war, I went back, I told you.
How did the locals respond to you? Did they know you had been
Oh, the Polish people, are you still alive? You know, there was one day, are you still alive?
That you went to?
No, I don't want in that camp anymore. You have to, you know, you have to stay into, yeah, it was like a camp. Yeah, what it was helping a little bit to people. Just you start to work, you start to go into the Germans, all things, they need coffee, you exchange. I know my husband from before, he was dating older sister. He couldn't find my sister. He find me and he said he know the family. He said, I want to marry you. He went especially back to Poland too, looking for her.
How did you meet him?
After the war, 1945. My first child was born 1947.
Her name?
Reba Slom, now she's Reba Alpe. She lives in Wilmington, North Carolina, and this is her daughter. She got 2 degrees, with 2 master's degrees, coordinated in a hospital. And this is my daughter, what she live here, her son, he goes in law school in the middle. And the other goes in Harvard University. He just called me yesterday, he's from here. Hi, Grandma, how you doing? He said, my report card just came from Harvard. I said, what you making? He said, straight A's. Oh, I say, I'm so proud, I'm so proud. Store, a roommate store. What people donate from the store's clothes, and like me or you donate clothes. And I was managing the store. And they pay me $35 a week with the 3 children.
What was like when you did get to America? How did you find American life, American culture, American people?
He told me, he says, America is a diamond world. People here don't wash dishes. They eat and they throw in the plates through the window. I don't know that's a paper plate. That's the people so rich. And I was sitting with my baby in the stroller in the park, and a man came in and asked for money. And I say, in America's poor people too? He wants money. And I don't know. I couldn't talk English. You know, just later I tell to the other Jewish people, they say, America, money, rich. I say, poor people, they come into the park and ask for money. And he came just to me to give him money. I don't know how to shop. You don't have to talk English. You just take the buggy, go in the grocery, pick up what you want. Let me see, she say $11. I don't know the language, $11. I took money and I show her and she took. She said, okay. You know, I don't know what it taught. So some people here in America, they give me a book, like a child start to learn, you know, in kindergarten. Dog was a picture from a dog. That's a dog. That's a cat. You know.
Were you able to?
You know. I say, you can learn Jewish too. And they say to me, speak English, learn English, speak English. You're going to learn. So they put a television, because I don't know what a television was. Just when I passed by the department stores, I look at television. I was standing in the window watching what this is. You know, I sit and watch. I said, oh, look at here, show. So later on, I got a television. This was mine entertaining, you know. I was very happy. So I was 8 years a widow with 3 children. They was going to high school. My daughter here, she was on scholarship. She graduated from Denver, Colorado, Boulder, high school, college, her master's degree. Doesn't cost me, all on scholarship. Such a student she was. See, she married a doctor now. They live here. And that's what I told you, the 2 boys. My height. You know, was not happy. Every night I was picture how my mother looked, how my father looked, how old they are, why they don't live to see this, why they went with such a death. You know, it's not a happy life. I sing, I go, they make us all kind of parties here. Just this goes with you day and night. This goes with you day and night. Day and night. I was in the concentration camp. I said, I'm not going to believe it, nothing, when I come out. Because what I saw, how come we got neighbors in Poland, rabbi, a neighbor, he was living upstairs, we was living low. A rabbi with a beer and everything. And we have to stay when Hitler came and watch that they hang him. They hang him, and we all have to stay and watch him. I said, what was God? A rabbi, what he was so religious and everything, what was God? So I got me very, very angry. I said, when I come up, I'm not going to believe in nothing. I said, take out from the people the gold teeth, make hair brushes, the skin soap, make operation, I'm not going to believe in nothing. Just still, you say, oh my God, you know, when something is, oh my God. Here we got a discussion, I tell a rabbi, I ask him, Rabbi, you know, you are rabbi, was in Poland rabbis, with the beer, with the paces, with everything. Tell me, what was God? I said, does he let people, the Jewish people, to wipe out with such a death? The smoke was running, I say. The fire in crematorium, you can smell the skin for the people. You can find babies in the carriages dead. I say, what was Rabbi? He looked at me and I say, I'm going to tell you what. We can question God. He said, we can question. There's no answer, he said. That's what he answered me. So still, you see, still Yom Kippur I don't eat. Still I go in the shul, you know, and I don't say anymore, it's no God, you know. Because when you get sick, you say, God help me. And I say, maybe God help me that I'm alive.
About what it was like to readjust to normal, supposed
Take time.
life, normal people
Takes-
after the war.
Takes time, like I told you.
What kind of adjustment did it take for you?
Take lots of adjust. Because day and night this goes with you. Today I see people throw food in the garbage. I say, oh my goodness, there's probably lots of people what are hungry. When I see a bird, I say they're looking for food. Like my oldest daughter in North Carolina, she buy bread, she go on the shopping malls inside. She said the birds are hungry. She feed animals what they don't have a home, shoot the bus.
What are some of the other things that you learned about yourself and about people from the war experience?
They go in the same thing. Some of them don't want to even talk about it. They say they hide, they don't want to talk. She said people don't want to listen. They say, I heard already 100 times the same story. Oh, I don't want to talk with her because she always start to talk what she went through. You know, they don't want to listen. They don't want to talk. You see, so people don't talk. Like sometime I watch the history show by Mengele, by Himmler, by that and that. Sometimes my daughter say, "What you watching?" I say, "Oh, the history you should see." That remind me where I was over there at the Auschwitz, show the bog beds and show the crematorium. She said, "Mom, why are you watching this? Why are you watching? Get sick later, you can sleep." I say, "Listen, you should watch too," I say. "You call your children to watch this, because how many years I still have to live?" I say. "We all the what we went through," I say, in the concentration camps. Who gonna know? The world should know when we going. The next generation should know what the Jewish went through. You can't forget it. How can I forget it? My parents, my sisters, uncle, children. You can't forget it.
Well, during the years after the war, how much did the people around you want to know? How much could you share that part of your life with?
Not because they all went through. You don't share, oh, you find somebody. One ask the other, you find somebody. No, I don't find somebody. I don't know what is. I'm sick. Let's go around. I'm anyhow not going to live long, you know? They all sorrows. They all going around, you know.
How about in
Like my son say, "You never told me so much too. I find out from somebody else." I say, what can I talk about you? About me, I say. You know. You know, you want to, sometime I want to forget it. And I don't want to talk all about this because I know people don't want to hear. What they don't went through, they don't want to hear. You know, they know one time, oh, she always talk about it, oh, she is that and that, you know. They don't want to hear.
happened? How deep has the
They
burden
know.
been, you suppose?
They know. I think they know. They know what was going on. They know what was going on. French know. The whole world know. There wasn't the war with Hitler, you know.
Encounter any kind of prejudice in America when you came here, either against Jews or anybody?
And who was prejudiced? You mean the
Did
American?
you either experience any as a Jew, or did you just see anything around you?
No. When I came, they was very nice to me. They was very nice to me. Just sometimes I'm angry when I see, you know, the prejudice. When I came to America, I couldn't understand why I was sitting on the bus and some place was in the front of the bus and some black people came in and I want to move, you know, to give them the other seat. They said they can't sit here. They went in the back. And I couldn't understand what happened. Why they going in the back when the front is sit? So later they explained me, black people can sit in the front with the white people. They have to go in the back. And I said, ooh, like this start in Poland. I said, Jews couldn't sit here. Jews couldn't go in this store. Jews couldn't walk on the main street on one side. They have to walk on the other side. Oh, this, you see, came back to me. I couldn't understand. It's nice. Lots of nice black people. They're nice. They be. I said, did they start like, I say, Hitler start over there in Poland? My grandpa. Because when the first child was born, she got French. She saw this. Her grandma took the child and hugged him and there she said, where's my grandma? They say she was jealous. And how you can explain a little child? Hitler came, he killed her. Or they put her in the oven. You know, you don't want to tell this kind of thing a child. So they was jealous. The other grandma held the child and she said, how come I don't have a grandma, a grandpa? He asked questions.
What is important to you now at this point in your life? What is meaningful
Now,
to you?
happiness, to see my children and my grandchildren, happiness. And that make me happy, you know, that's my children, you know, the educated, the well-known,